This was fun. Watching these two movies, or three movies. Of course.
It's not Arizona this time.
No,
Unfortunately.
I wish it was. But we broke.
Apartment life. What's up, Michael? Yeah, I have those days too. This is the depressed Michael. Hey, talk this way, bro.
We all repping it.
We all repping the merch.
I can't breathe. It's a skeleton. It's Uncle Phil from the farm.
What?
I don't know. I was trying to quote Scooby-Doo and it didn't work at all.
You like some homemade bread?
I wouldn't actually.
Oh my gosh.
I am actually Amish, guys.
Well, the beard gives it away. Welcome to Talk This Way podcast. This is a show where we watch a movie, give a brief synopsis of the plot, and then play trivia games related to the movies that we watch. So,
Of course.
it's Halloween, boys, which means we watched a lot of horror movies. Other than the ones the main three that we watched for this episode, Brandon and I watched Silent Hill 1 and 2, which first one way better. Really good.
Definitely.
Really good. It's based off of the video game. It's like Resident Evil, but Resident Evil came first, and then they made Silent Hill, and it's kind of the same game in a sense, you know. It's really good though, like really, really good.
Yeah.
And then the first one was way better. And then Brandon and Ethan watched a movie called Crawl, which I heard was really good. What did you guys think about that movie?
You fell asleep so fast, bro.
Yeah.
It was good, bro. Like, it was a really good film. It was straightforward, but again, anyone knows me, I like straightforward films. I don't like films that make me think. So it was great. It was right down my alley.
Mm-hmm.
It was amazing. It was a really good film.
It's like I think the way I heard one of my friends describe it was, it's like porn. The story doesn't really matter.
True. It doesn't.
It did its job.
Yes. Like it does.
And you feel guilty after watching it.
Okay. I don't know how I'm supposed to segue into this.
It's a great start.
Horror movies. Halloween
So,
special.
But
Hide your kids.
oh my gosh. So before we get started on the whole thing, check out this awesome merch. We kind of made a joke about it at the beginning, but like we all repping it. Me and Ethan got the same shirt but different colors. I love this color. That green color looks amazing too. And then Brandon got the hoodie.
Specifically, I made this specifically how it is because I didn't like the picture on the back.
Right. So we have two now. We have that one and then one that has the podcast picture on the back from our season 1 album artwork. So which is also cool. But yeah, since it is the Halloween season, we are offering 10% off all of our merch. So follow the link in the description and type in the code Halloween, all caps, for 10% off your merch. Or off our merch.
Heck yeah.
Yeah. So check it out.
Cop
All right.
yourself a shirt or a hoodie or a mug.
Yeah. I mean, we got a
Or
lot
maybe
of,
all three.
We got some stickers. We got a blanket.
Maybe you finish trying to treat yourself. It's payday. Get yourself something.
Christmas is coming up. You can
Christmas
give,
coming
you
up.
Can give your family members a podcast merch that they've never even heard of before.
And you know what? They'd still like it.
Hey, Grandma, I got you this hoodie. What the hell is that?
The hell is Talk This Way?
Is that something your granddad said? I don't know. It's stupid. Okay. So we watched 3 different horror movies of our choosing. It's not necessarily our favorite, but it's just like, movies we wanted to watch.
Heck yeah.
And the 3 of them were The Invisible Man, the 2020 remake, Friday the 13th, the 2009 remake, and then Get Out, which Ethan chose The Invisible Man, I chose Friday the 13th, and Brandon chose Get Out. So I'm going to do a story summary of all 3 going from in that order. just in case you guys haven't seen any of them or don't know what we're talking about. It kind of helps you guys fill in. So.
Or do you want
Well,
each one of our
That's
movies?
what I was going to say.
Oh, okay.
You would say the movie you picked. I'll say the movie I picked, and you say the movie you picked. On the
Gotcha.
script.
Gotcha.
Is that
gotcha,
cool?
gotcha.
Oh, yeah.
Like you read the plot. Okay. So Ethan, you would go first.
All right. The Invisible Man. The film follows Cecilia,
Mhm.
who receives the news of her abusive ex-boyfriend's suicide. She begins to rebuild her life for the better. However, her sense of reality is put into question when she begins to suspect her deceased lover is not actually dead.
That's
a good one.
Good summary.
It gives you you get your toes dipped in the water. You're like
Without spoiling nothing.
You're just like, ooh, okay, that's how the movie's gonna be. I see.
It's very,
That's
very to the point,
yes.
but
Mhm.
only covers like the first 20 minutes.
Right.
I like that.
Right.
And then I just saw Andrews is what he's about to read, and it looks like the
Oh,
whole
it's a
script.
paragraph. It's,
Bro,
it's
I was
the
gonna
entire
say.
thing. It's literally the entire movie. So
Awesome. Let's
All
do
right.
it.
So yeah, Friday the 13th, 2009. A group of young adults set up tents near the abandoned summer camp where a series of gruesome murders are said to have taken place back in 1980. The
Perpetrator.
the perpetrator was a grieving mother driven insane by the drowning of her child, Jason, whom she believed was neglected by the camp counselors. As legend has it, the last survivor of the attacks beheaded the woman, but then Jason came back, and now he is a vengeful and inexorable killer, I guess.
What is that
I
word?
don't know what that word means. Wielding crossbows, swords, axes, and other sharp instruments. The legend proves horribly true, as these campers quickly discover. 6 weeks later, the brother of one of those campers distributes posters of his missing sister. The police believe she took off with her boyfriend, but he knows better. The brother crosses paths with an uptight young rich guy who is having his girlfriend and friends over at his parents' cabin. This is like a definition of a Brad.
Mhm. Or Chad.
Or a Chad.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Or a
definitely.
Josh.
Definitely a Chad. Yeah, the brother ends up at the cabin himself just before his sister's attacker sets upon them all. There were a lot of parts in that where I feel like they were too specific, and it wasn't.
There was
as
no
broad.
point.
And it was like you basically spoiled the entire first part of the movie.
And Darth Vader was Luke's father.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert.
Pretty much how that went.
And Han Solo dies. Yeah. So, but again, the movie, I love that movie. It's directed or it's produced by Michael Bay. I found it wasn't directed by Michael Bay, but it was produced by Michael Bay.
Hmm.
So, but yeah, it's crazy. All right.
I picked Get Out, and this is the story summary. Chris and his girlfriend Rose go upstate to visit her parents for the weekend. At first, Chris reads the family's overly accommodating behavior as nervous attempts to deal with their daughter's interracial relationship. But as the weekend progresses, a series of increasingly disturbing discoveries lead him to a truth that he never could have imagined.
Again, really good.
Yeah.
Like that doesn't
That was
spoil
good.
anything.
That's
There's
just,
a lot of
it's
good
called
stuff.
a summary for a reason.
Right.
How in the world would you explain? How else would you explain
Yeah, I
that
know.
movie
Uh,
without spoiling anything?
Bro, I'm
it's
telling you,
about
when I first
racist
saw
white people.
when I saw the first trailer,
Yeah.
like I had no idea what was going on. It was so confusing. I was like, this makes no sense right now. What is happening? And I thought it was going to be one of
Was the opening scene to the movie where the guy gets kidnapped in the trailer? Because I feel like that was like a
Think
huge part
so.
of the trailer, and everybody was like, "Oh my gosh, this is that kind of movie." You know,
I think so, yeah.
I
It was
think- I
all
think
over the
that's what it
place.
was.
The trailer was all over the place.
You said it's about like racist white people.
Yeah.
But I think what I got from it was it's more about people who are so afraid of being
yeah.
like viewed as racist.
Yeah.
That
That's what I
it's
meant.
It's just creepy.
Yeah. It's like you're not racist so much that you're racist, if that makes sense.
yeah.
You know?
Black is in fashion.
Oh God.
God, so bad.
Love the
But the
film, though.
movie's amazing.
The
The
movie
movie's
is
so good.
great.
Very well done.
So yeah. So this is what's crazy. All three movies combined only made $476 million, which is
Wow.
literally one Marvel movie.
Oh,
It's like
barely.
one opening weekend of a Marvel movie.
Exactly.
Like-
But and that was like cumulative worldwide gross. Out of the three, Get Out made the most money with $255 million cumulative worldwide gross. Guess how much their budget was?
How much?
$4 million
For Get Out?
for Get Out.
Nice.
They made a
made
huge
hella
return on
Yes.
investment, bro.
Yes.
Oh my
Literally.
gosh.
I mean, that it was $4 million. They made $255 million. They made $251 million more dollars than their budget.
Dang.
That's crazy,
It was
bro.
nuts.
Woo!
So out of these 3 movies, as a group, as a whole, I want us to kind of vote and rate which one is the best out of all 3.
Okay.
I would say Get Out of the 3. Invisible Man was really good. Friday the 13th is definitely not the best. It's either Get Out or The Invisible Man.
Yeah.
Even though as much as I love Friday the 13th is because I love the character Jason Voorhees. But as far as movies go, the Get Out I feel is the best one. Like, it's just such a good watch. It's action packed as well as like story driven, intriguing. Like, there's crazy twists and stuff that happen in it. It's comedic. Freaking dude is hilarious. It's TSA. We do shit. You know? So I would vote for Get Out, but what do you guys think?
Man, I don't know, because I freaking loved Invisible Man. Man,
was
like that
really
movie
good.
was so
Really
good.
Way different from the original, like 19 whatever it was.
Mhm.
Like, way better.
It's oh gosh, it's tough because I love both of them. I will admit, I enjoyed watching Invisible Man more just because I had already seen Get Out like 5 times before. So like,
Yeah.
they're
And this
part
was
of
the
it.
first time all 3 of us had seen The Invisible Man 2020. So
I guess like full on, just from like when we like from the first time watching it, probably Get Out would be the favorite, I guess, if I had to pick one. So
yeah. But I mean, The Invisible Man was really good. Like, I didn't see that story like going the way that it did, you know? Like, and it was like, you would think like, oh, she's like running from someone who's invisible. That's not very exciting. Oh no, you were wrong. It is super exciting. Like,
It like really plays into the idea of like everyone thinks she's crazy.
right.
He's like,
Exactly.
I'm telling you, he's invisible and he's following me. And it sounds, everything she says, it
Sounds crazy.
It sounds completely normal to the audience because we know exactly what's going on.
Yeah.
But it would sound totally nuts if I were to say, he's right there, Andrew.
Yeah.
He's
Exactly.
watching me.
But what's crazy is that the camera will literally like not even pan, it just cuts to like a shot of the corner, and it just sits there while people are talking, and you're just like trying to look and see. You're like, oh my God, is he there? You know, you're like,
Yeah.
There
are a couple shots where
gosh.
like the wall will kind of move in a certain way. Like, oh, he's definitely there.
And man, I'm going to try and play it right here, but there's a jump scare that was so lethal, bro. Even though we saw it coming, and it was when she was in the attic, and like she looks over down the ladder,
She dumps
and
the paint.
dumps the paint, and it's like, and nobody
Scared me
screams.
so bad.
Nobody screams in the movie. You just hear like the suit. You just hear the electrical suit.
Yeah.
And it's so loud, and he falls off the ladder, and you're just like, you know, it's like, oh my gosh, it was so cool.
I love it, dude.
Oh my
love
gosh,
that
that was such a good thing. But even though with that being said, I still feel like Get Out is really good. But you know, Brandon, what do you think? Do you agree or?
No, I agree.
Yeah.
I really liked The Invisible Man for what it was. I didn't expect too much out of it.
Right.
Because I thought, how are they gonna? This is kind of cheesy. How are they gonna explain Invisible Man?
Yeah.
Like I always think of the 1920s
Right.
movie. I don't know.
Where he's like taking off the bandaging and taking off the goggles, and he's just like, I'm invisible. Oh, and you're just like, that's horrible, CGI. Because I mean, it's not. But yeah,
computers back then, bro.
right. How did they even make that movie? Was it just?
I don't know, but
they did it.
Yeah, totally. I mean, it was black and white, right?
Oh, 1933. Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I liked Invisible Man for the same reasons I liked Get Out.
Yeah.
Almost the same.
Right.
Like, it really plays with like your emotions versus the main character's emotions.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, I sort of relate to this,
Yeah.
but I don't think anyone else would.
Right.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
No, I get it. Totally.
But I still gotta say, Get Out is definitely takes the cake.
Jordan,
yeah.
Jordan
Very-
Peele.
It's
Man.
like Invisible Man is really cool,
Mhm.
but Get Out really takes the wheel with the subtlety
Yeah. Yes.
for almost the
Yes.
whole ride.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I love
Oh my
it.
gosh! And right at the end, it just gets so action.
It gets go
packed.
so
It just
crazy.
Go, and it's
It's
so
like
good.
it's such a slow burn for the first 3/4 of the movie,
but
and
but
then
it's a good slow burn. It's not
Mhm.
like a boring slow burn. You know.
yeah.
Yeah.
If you haven't seen Get Out, I would highly, highly recommend you go see it. And if you haven't seen it in a while, go watch it again because it's a good movie.
Mm-hmm.
And Friday the 13th was good as well.
Yes. Yeah.
It was like the joke I made earlier. The story doesn't matter.
Right.
that
Yeah.
much.
Yes. Yeah. You're watching Friday the 13th to watch some stupid teenagers get killed in the woods. That's why you're watching that movie. You know, it's. I
Yeah.
mean, I will say though, they did a good job at making that Chad character like the worst. Like,
Oh, yeah.
I hated that guy.
The guy was good.
Oh my gosh! And
He
it's
was-
funny because like you watch interviews and that actor is so chill, and most of the time that's the case. You know, the actor's super nice, but like in the movie, he's an asshole. Like he's just a jerk. Oh, he's so bad. But
Mhm.
yeah. Anyway, like Ethan said, we don't have any Arizona sweet teas, unfortunately, because we broke. So Arizona,
I have $5.
please sponsor. Please sponsor. Please.
Please sponsor. Do
But
it.
for now, here's our sponsor. So now it's time for Two Truths and a Lie. And this, the way I did this is I basically took trivia from all three movies and mixed them all together.
Oh, I like
So there's
this.
some lies, there's some truths from every movie. It's not necessarily in any pattern. Some of them are, whatever, but and there's only
Yeah.
3 sets. So, all right. Here's the first set. You guys ready?
Yeah.
All right. Number 1. In Get Out movie, I don't know why it was said that way. Get Out movie was filmed in 23 days. And then the second one is in The Invisible Man, the scene where Cecilia is being picked up and thrown around by Adrian, who is invisible, is really a person wearing a green CGI suit picking up Cecilia and with the help of some wires throwing her around. And then the third one is the Friday the 13th 2009 film is the first Friday the 13th film to use CGI weapons like the machete, as some scenes were too risky to film with prop weapons that could break or injure someone. Which one is the lie?
Number 3.
Number 3, the CGI prop weapons. What makes you say that?
Because I know number 2 is true because I've seen behind the scenes footage of that.
Yeah.
So I know that that's true. And Get Out movie, it was all filmed basically in the same place.
Yeah.
So I don't feel like it would take that long to film, especially because you're not moving a bunch of movie equipment from different locations to different
Yeah.
locations, So
Yeah.
I don't think it would take that long.
Right.
So that's why I think it's number 3.
You think it's number 3?
Because it seems a little iffy on the CGI weapons. I don't know. Maybe, but
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just about to say number 3 as well
it.
because like I was gonna say number 1 with Get Out being filmed in 23 days.
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't sound like a lot, but it doesn't sound like something you'd make up.
It was really filmed in 24 days.
Yeah, shut up.
I would suplex you onto this, like through this table, if that
You
was
would
the...
Michael Myers my ass. Just-
Mhm. Exactly.
all right, so you're both locked into 3?
Yeah.
It was 2. There
Is
was
the
no-
lie?
Yeah,
There's
no.
a guy with a CGI suit, though,
I know.
with green CGI suit who
Yes.
throws him around with wires.
Right. But it wasn't in the trivia, and I didn't know that when I wrote this. So that was the lie out of the 3.
Man,
So,
that's stupid.
so what you're saying is you basically had no
So
idea this
I
was
had
a thing,
no
but
idea.
literally did it so accurate to
Yes.
the point where you got everything down in the...
Yes, and that's why I thought I would leave it. Because I thought that was
I love
funny.
it because
I thought it was funny.
even after you knew...
Yeah, I didn't
And
have.
that
I
was the
mean,
thing,
I probably
you
had
still
time to
left
fix
it.
it, but I was like, "That's kind of funny."
It's kind of funny, and I know they're going to go for that one.
All right.
Okay, so
Trash.
the next
Garbage.
set, the first one is in The Invisible Man. The house interiors are made up of 4 different actual houses. Adrian's bedroom, for example, is actually a living room in a house in Sydney. And then the second one is in The Invisible Man. The outside wall of the Mental Institute has a graffiti piece depicting Billy the Puppet, which is the doll from Jigsaw. or the Jigsaw doll from the movie Saw. Director Leigh Whannell, I guess is how you pronounce his last name, wrote and starred in Saw. And then the third one is in Get Out. The surgery scene was supposed to be way more graphic and bloodier, but had to be toned down due to the R rating restrictions.
How do you tone down an R rating?
That's what an R rating is for, right?
Right. I mean, yes, but if it gets really, really bad, it has to be unrated. You know what I mean?
Mm.
Like, what was that? Was that Hatchet movie? You remember that Hatchet movie with the... what was his name? It's some weird serial killer name, but that one had to be unrated because of all the blood.
I think for me, 2 is true. That's true.
No, 2 sounds like something you'd make up too.
Yeah, but Leigh Whannell is one of the people who
that's right.
starred in the original Saw film. So it would completely make sense if they had something like that in there. And I feel like I remember seeing something like that too.
Yeah.
Get Out. That Get Out one seems a little fishy. Like, I don't know about that. But also number 1 also seems a little fishy too, because I remember seeing a behind the scenes of that where it was actually a full-on house, but it wasn't in like where they was put. It was actually still in Sydney. So
I'm gonna go with number 3.
You can go with 3?
Yeah. I'm
gonna go with 1.
You can go with 1.
Mm-hmm.
Number 2, isn't it?
3. No, it is number 3. The Get Out one.
All right.
Is the lie?
Is the lie, yep.
Oh, yeah.
I made that up. But yeah, I was surprised. Well, like, I remember when we were watching The Invisible Man, and we were like, man, that's a dope freaking bedroom. Like, with the bed in the middle, you know?
I want that house.
I was like, I want that house. And it turns out it wasn't. And, like, that wasn't the actual house. That was just a house in Sydney. So I was like, oh. I was kind of disappointed. All right. So here's the last set. The first one is in Friday the 13th, Clay's motorcycle is the same motorcycle used by Sam in the film Transformers, directed by Michael Bay, who is also the producer of this film. And then the second one is in The Invisible Man, the password at Adrian's door is 1933, and that was the year the original film was released. And then the third one is in Get Out, Allison Williams. This is her first feature film, which she's the girlfriend.
Ooh.
This is the first film that she was in.
Third.
I would believe that. I haven't seen her in anything.
Are you locking in at 3? That was fast. You sure?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I don't know. I guess 1. That's kind of difficult.
The Friday the 13th with Clay's motorcycle?
Yeah. Wait, used by Sam, so like in Supernatural, but in Transformers by Michael Bay.
I mean, the main character in Transformers, his name is Sam.
Okay.
Shia LaBeouf.
Yeah,
Sam
Shia LaBeouf.
Whitaker or whatever his stupid name was.
Right.
Yeah.
Trash.
I guess I'll go with 1.
You going with 1?
Yeah. That's probably not it.
Yep. That is it.
What?
I made that
That was
up.
the one?
Yep, I made that one up.
Allison Williams, that was his first feature film?
That was her first film, yes. Her first feature film.
No, that's why I got it wrong.
Why?
Because I knew she's been in stuff before then, but they were TV shows.
Yep.
That's why.
It's her first feature film.
She was in a Netflix film
I
right
am
after this.
literally like,
Yeah.
I'm never, ever going to win another one of these. Ever. Like, I have lost like 6 in a row.
We need to find a new game.
Like, I don't know what happened. Like, I'm
I
actually
know.
like getting pissed off.
I feel like
There's a part of me that's pissed
this
off.
is your, like, what, 4th in a row of losing? Because you won 1
No.
in season 1. I know you've won 1 in season 1.
No, I've won a shit ton.
You used to win all of them.
I used to win all of them.
Yeah, that's true.
I
Before
won like
I started
4
sitting on this side of the table.
That's what we should do. We should switch sides again.
Yeah, I won like 4 or 5 at the start, like in a row. And I was on fire. I was getting all of them right.
Because I'm closer to the light. Oh.
That's what it is. Oh, man, that's funny.
Mad.
All right.
Stupid.
So while Ethan's angry, this next segment is called Ask Us Anything.
We don't have any questions this time, do we?
Yes, we do.
Oh, thank God.
Yes. So through the link in the description, you can record your own question for us, and we will answer it right on the show. It helps you get to know us, and for us to have a little bit of fun with you guys. So follow the link in the description and record your question.
Hey guys, this is my Ask Us Anything question. If you had to write a movie where you were the main character, what would you want it to be about?
Oh god, this is gonna be a 45-minute
Yeah,
plus
right.
Man, we're gonna have a
discussion.
We're gonna have a field day with this question.
Let's keep it as minimal as you can. But I do want to know
Basic plot
yeah,
synopsis.
there was a movie made about you. What would it be about? Or if there was a movie where you were the main character, what would it be about?
Man,
Like,
okay, so people might know this about me. I can't remember if I've mentioned this during a podcast episode. I might have, but I am a sucker for rom-coms. Like, it depends. There can be stupid rom-coms.
Yeah, I know where this is
Very
going.
stupid. But that's what my movie would be about. It would be like, it'd be Groundhog level-esque rom-com. All right? Getting me right now? Stop trying to laugh. It's okay. You know what?
I want to make the joke of like, because you can't get a girlfriend in real life.
That's what I was thinking. Because
I mean, then y'all would love rom-coms as well. So
No,
we're
I mean,
gonna
you're
go
right.
with it.
You're right. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just that's
So,
funny.
with that being said,
everyone likes rom com. Let's be real.
people
Secretly, yes.
who say people who say they don't like rom-coms are lying to themselves.
I will say there's a difference between a rom-com and a Hallmark movie.
Oh, we don't talk about it.
Yeah, we don't say the H word around here, even though I just did.
You did.
But yes. Anyway, sorry.
Yes.
So
So
what kind of a rom-com? Like, you talking about Groundhog Day or whatever? Like, is that what it would be?
It would be a very tongue-in-cheek, like more tongue-in-cheek than your normal rom-com.
Yeah.
Like Groundhog levels. I say Groundhog level or Groundhog Day a lot because Groundhog Day is like my favorite movie of all
It's
time.
really good. Bill Murray.
Yes. Like, it might not be my like favorite movie of all time of any genre, but it's
Right.
by far my favorite rom-com, and it's very high up with my favorite movies.
Yes.
So I can't really make of like a quick synopsis, but it would definitely be something of that era, like a very I don't want
Like
mine
90s.
Yes,
90s
like
rom-com?
90s
Yeah.
tongue-in-cheek humor,
Yeah.
like how they're made, like how they're filmed. Like, I would love to make a film like that.
That would be cool.
Because there's
Starring
something
Bill
about it,
Murray.
man. It just gives me like a good feeling to watch, like Groundhog Day.
Yeah.
Like I get a good feeling
Good
when
movie.
I watch that.
You
movie.
finish it going,
I'm gonna be
you
alone
know.
forever.
well, yeah. Okay.
Well,
It's
Well, since we're on this topic, I'll be really quick with it.
Yeah,
Let me ask y'all a question. Would y'all consider The Secret Life of Walter Mitty a rom com?
well,
Think
I've
about it.
barely seen it, so I can't remember. A lot.
I would say yes, but not in the way that you would think. It's yes in the sense of he's falling not in love with himself, but like he's discovering himself, if that makes sense, instead of another person. Because he kind of
Yeah.
lost his life. You know what I mean? He lost his sense of adventure and all that kind of stuff, and then got it back. You know.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, I would say yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I would say yes.
That's, again, one of my favorite movies. I just had to bring it up
Yeah.
at some point on the show.
Would that be the movie for you?
I don't know.
That
Because
would be freaking cool.
I was gonna segue into that.
Okay.
Because I kind of want that kind of adventure for myself.
Yeah.
Because, for starters, as soon as I got done with that movie, I was like, I'm going to Iceland.
Oh, same.
Oh
I'm
my
still that way.
gosh.
I still want to go to
I st-
Iceland. I don't. There's
I-
nothing over there. I just want to go, just to be able to skateboard down that road. That probably wasn't even filmed in Iceland.
I don't want to
Probably
turn this
wasn't.
into a review or a review of that movie, but
Yeah.
gosh, I hope we can do that one day.
Yeah. No, I have a
We
feeling.
will.
I have a feeling it'll be a one-off at some point. For sure.
But I think a movie about me would be similar
yeah.
in a way. Like I want to escape. It starts when I get out of Moe's and I
Yeah.
say, screw everybody, and I leave on an adventure.
Instead of Life magazine, it's Moe's
It's Moe's
Southwest
Southwest
Grill.
Exactly.
Mm.
The last time
You have-
Harry says, "Do you know what you did last night?" And I just
And you're just like, and
Bye.
You get your longboard, and then you go skate down a road.
You go
in
outside, right in front of the Moe's. There's some pebbles. You pick up the pebble and wrap it. You
Yeah.
rip your tie that you're not
Exactly.
wearing, and then wrap it around and just start sliding in the crossings.
Yes.
and at the end of
Yes.
the movie, I would burn my Moe's hat.
Mhm.
Mm.
Right. That's
And
my
then
movie.
there would be a magazine with you on the cover.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
Then it's just Secret Life of Walter Mitty. Yeah. So I think it's a hard question because I think for me, I would want to relate it to my life currently. So it's funny. I would want. I don't know because I would want it to be like where I'm a badass or something. You know.
Yeah, I was thinking that at
So
first.
I'm
but-
like, just like it's all I can literally the moment I heard that question, all I could think of for me was since I work in construction, kind of not like actual construction, but you know that sort of thing.
You're
It's
thinking
it's
like
a Michael Bay movie.
like a first episode of The Punisher on Netflix.
Yes, right.
You know what I'm talking
They
about,
throw
right?
that man in that concrete and he gone.
Just
yeah, exactly.
killing motherfuckers with
Mm.
the sledgehammer.
But literally, all I can think of is that Family Guy episode. Like, hey, I don't want to mess it up, but it's like,
Still putting the world back together, I see.
yeah, we're not going on your team. I'm putting together a team. We're in. Like, that's all I can think of is like, I'm working in construction and then something happens and I come to you guys and I'm like,
That's me,
yeah,
Ethan,
you
and
guys.
Don.
And
Just-
then, and you guys are all like, we're not joining your team. And I'm like, I'm putting together a team and
We're
everybody's
in.
like,
We're in.
we're in. Like, that's all I can think
Dude,
of.
that'd be lit.
Oh, man, that would be really funny. So, but anyway, thanks, Jaden, for that awesome question.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Appreciate you.
All right, guys. We are ready to announce our next trilogy. And the way to do that,
By looking at the script and us all doing it.
you ready?
Okay.
3, 2, 1.
We're not just friends.
We're family.
I am Groot.
There you go. No one ever can do an impression of Vin Diesel. And if you can,
It's impossible.
and it actually is one, send me a video of it and I will give you a free shirt. If it's an actual good, like, imitation.
Basically, if he likes it, then yeah.
I will compare it to
But
like
here's
a
the
YouTube video.
but here's the thing.
of
His
him
voice
talking.
is not just deep.
Right.
That's not.
It's specific.
It's gurgly. He's got pebbles in his throat as he's talking. So
Yes.
it's like Chrono or
I'll be right back. I need
Kratos.
water.
Oh yeah, it's like Kratos level. You know, yeah, it's like Kratos
Boy.
level low with like gargling like Chewie. It's as if Chewbacca and Kratos like talked at the same time, or in the same voice.
And he's also Groot in Marvels. Just
yeah.
Marvels, not
not Marvel, not the MCU, just
Marvels.
Marvels. So
just like how it was made with limeades.
exactly.
No one gets that.
So yeah,
And you
so
won't either because
Get
I'll
that.
never explain it.
just in
Alright, keep
case it
going.
wasn't clear, it's Fast and Furious. Good lord.
No, I thought it was going to be. Oh god, what's that freaking movie that Vin Diesel's in where it's all about
Riddick.
cars?
Oh,
It's another.
Wheelman.
Wheelman. We're watching Wheelman. All right, Wheelman.
No, I love
Better
this
than Fast
movie,
and
like
Furious,
this
but-
Fast and Furious series. I love all of them. They're so good. Like, they're a ripoff. Like
Eh.
the first one is a
Except
ripoff.
Tokyo Drift.
Well, we don't talk about that one.
I just
Which
did.
honestly, like people listening would probably fight you about that because a lot of people say that's the best one.
People would fight me about anything, no matter what
Yeah,
it
that's
is.
true. That's
Because
true.
people like to fight.
Yes.
So-
But anyway, I love Point Break, the Keanu Reeves and Patrick Swayze movie. Love that movie. And the first Fast and Furious movie is a like rip off of that movie. It's like they tried to do it again. And it just that kicked it off. Obviously, they got less and less serious as they went on, which was good for them because there were a couple like Tokyo Drift where they took themselves way too seriously, and you're just like, this is crap. So with that being said, what we're gonna do, since it's like a trilogy thing, and there's 8 movies, we're doing the first one, the 5th one, and the 7th one. So we're ending on the 7th one because that's Paul Walker's last film, basically. And they did a really, really good job, I feel, like in that by, kind of finishing stuff,
Is Paul Walker dead? Like in real life?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He died during the filming. Do you not know that?
No.
He died during the filming of the movie.
Oh, that's why it's so sad.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I was like,
Yeah.
oh, this is all right.
And what's funny is that he died in a car accident.
Oh, it's rough. Yeah, it's
all
rough.
over the dashboard. It was bad too.
It was
like,
bad. It was like a fiery crash. Like, it was bad.
they were going. What was it, like 120?
but it wasn't during the
130?
film.
No.
Like
They
it
were.
was.
It was at some sort of party, and he was in his buddy's car, and his buddy was driving. I think he wasn't even driving, and they were just on this long stretch in California and just gunning it, and he lost control and went right into a tree. And, people say that they died on impact, but there are other people that say that the car was on fire for a while before anybody got there. So, anyway, not trying to be sad, but
It is.
It's sad. He was awesome. He's a pretty boy. His brother looks exactly like him, and they're trying to get him in the 9th one. So we'll see how that goes. But anyway, so yeah, it's the first one, the 5th one, and the 7th one. That 5th one is going to be hilarious. The 5th one with the big old safe. You remember that? Killing millions of people. It's so dumb. It's so stupid.
I think our original idea was to pick our favorites.
Yeah.
But I've only seen one of these movies. I only saw Hobbs and Shaw. So I was
Which is it's still in the universe, but it's like a solo, or like a Rogue One. It's separate kind of.
I wouldn't really know, but it looks so different from the other movies.
Dude, it's so much fun.
It's really good.
There's so much
they're
for
fun
me,
movies.
It is literally like a dream.
Yeah.
That's my ideal movie.
You cannot, and they don't, as they continue on, like the 5th one and the 7th one, they don't take themselves seriously. It's a joke. And if you take it seriously, it won't work. You have to treat it like they do. Like it's a joke, But it's not
fun.
a comedy necessarily. It's funny, Oh, somebody hide your baby oil. Oh, somebody hide that big ass forehead. He's just like, man, you didn't know. He gets all upset.
Do that with me. It's funny because that's totally ad-libbed.
I know. And he was actually upset.
It was great. It was great,
The
bro.
cast is so good, dude.
The cast is so
Oh my gosh.
their chemistry is
Yes.
amazing.
Vin Diesel's the only one I don't like out of all of them, and that's just because he's a jerk. He's so selfish. But anyway, yeah. Do you think Vin Diesel is a nice guy?
I mean,
1 out of 5. Can I borrow? Or 1 out of 10.
1 out of 10.
Can I
Can I
borrow
buy $5?
Miss you, Funhouse. You're all leaving.
And they're all gone.
So yeah, excited about that. All right, guys. If you guys could rate The Invisible Man 1 out of 100, Invisible Mama's Boys TSA trunk or treaters, that was hard to say.
Wow.
Lord.
how many would you do for The Invisible Man?
90.
That was good.
Solid 80, honestly.
80, yeah. I would give it. I would meet in the middle. I would give it an 85 because it was really, really, really good.
Yeah.
And it wasn't that bad. It was not bad. It was really, really good.
Yeah.
It wasn't bad. The only I've seen better.
Right.
That's
Exactly.
all I have
Exactly.
negative I have to say.
Yeah.
Um,
So Friday the 13th?
Friday the 13th. I'll start that one. Out of all the Friday the 13th movies, I would give it a 75. If we're talking about Friday the 13th as a franchise. Movies in general, it'd be in the 40s.
Dang.
But 75 is what I'm going to give it.
I give it like a 60.
60, yeah.
It's enjoyable.
That's a good movie, yeah.
It's enjoyable.
Yeah. It's a Halloween,
It's a
it's a slasher film.
I think for me, that's all it was. So
Yeah.
I'm giving it a 37.
Yeah.
Dang.
It's a little it's a
not
little
enough
harsh,
boobies,
but
huh?
No, there's
Or
too
too
many,
many.
actually.
Too many boobies, that's true.
No such
Too
thing.
much boobies.
No, it was just
so
there was
bad.
no story. I guess.
Yes. No, I
And
agree.
It was hard to follow.
The plot was of a
100%
different
I
kind.
enjoyed myself though. That's the thing. I enjoyed myself watching it. So
Yeah.
yeah, plenty of boobies.
Yes, too many. But yeah. So okay. So then, what would you guys rate it out of for Get Out? Honestly, I would give this one a 95. Because all around, the only bad things were just because it was such a small film and because it was decisive, kind of a thing. It just was starting something new,
I'd give it a 90.
Yeah.
Give it a 90.
Yeah.
It's good.
A lot of the reasons I would rate it lower were diminished after this last time watching because I didn't get a lot of the scenes. That one scene where he says, just get uncomfortable when there's so many white people or whatever.
Yeah.
She goes, no.
Yeah.
I thought that was just a stupid ploy to
Right.
make it seem weirder or creepier.
Mhm.
But I get it now because it was spoiler alert. It was
Yeah.
it was someone else inside her head, and she was
it was the
fighting
girl.
herself. It was
yeah.
weird.
Because
It
the
was weird, but it
grandma,
made
the
sense.
grandma is who's in her, is
Yeah.
who's controlling her. So it was the
Exactly.
girl herself that was trying to get out.
She
'Cause you
started
could see
crying. You could see she was there for a second,
Yeah.
and she came
it.
back.
And she kind of did that like, like she wanted to say something.
Yeah.
It's like, no, 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 no. That's the grandma like trying to shove the person back down into the sunken place.
And now that I understand that part, it kind of
Yeah.
flips it around, and I'm
Yeah.
I'm giving this a 98.
And you gotta,
98.
people, I'm sure they did. I
Million.
need to look at it. But just in case they didn't, they need to win Oscars because they did such a good job. Like, being able to portray that level of, like, fear and subconscious turmoil is so hard. I mean, I couldn't do that. There's no way.
This is
So-
why I'm still a little mad that James McAvoy didn't win something for Split.
Right?
That many people with that level of detailed emotion.
Yeah.
I almost chose that movie, by the way, for
That movie's
this.
really, really, really good. Careful, you're moving the
Anyway,
whole table. What?
Kind of popped my back like
so final
9
score.
different times.
Final score is 98.
98. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good film. All three of these were good.
Yeah.
Halloween, you just watching scary movies,
I
really,
mean,
really
honestly, if you chose like a really like smart film alongside this, I probably would have been tired.
good. Yeah.
So I'm glad you
Yeah.
chose that as a middle
Yes.
ground.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. Yeah, because if we had chosen our favorite horror movies of all time, I probably would have done like The Conjuring, just because it's such a classic horror movie. Like if you were to be like, what's a horror movie to you, I would be like The Conjuring. That is a horror movie because you're horrified while you're watching it. And it's scary. But then it's like, what's your favorite serial killer? Like, there's so many different subgenres in the horror genre.
Oh yeah, this was very hard for me to pick.
Yeah. Like serial killer wise, I probably would have done what you almost did, which was the Halloween 2018 remake.
Mhm.
I would have chosen that one because that's such a good serial killer movie. It's so super scary. The story's really good. Like I love like Michael Myers as a character. His story is really really good.
Like it's the most. I mean, it's not realistic,
Right,
really,
right.
but it's the most realistic
Yes,
compared to
yeah.
all the slashers out there.
Because like
Mhm.
Jason Voorhees would have died immediately, and then all these other.
Yeah.
What's another one? Scream? That's a comedy though.
That's pretty good, but it's not. I wouldn't
Yeah.
really. I don't even really call that a horror movie, honestly.
Yeah, it's more of a comedy.
It was pretty good though.
Final Destination are some good ones too. Those are some movies that will make you want to stay. Well, not even stay home. Like going to an insane asylum, just be in all the padded like areas with like just a straight jacket. Just
Can
so that
we
you
not
can't
do
get
that
hurt.
as a trilogy?
No, never. No. Those movies aren't great. But the idea of it's really funny. But anyway, yeah. So, yeah. Thank you guys for listening, and we will see you all in the next episode with Vin Diesel and all of his amazing
And Groot.
cars. And well,
Groot might make an appearance.
you gonna dress up as Groot?
Now I'm gonna buy a plant.
We'll just put a plant right here.
Yo, hold up.
And that's gonna become Groot.
Oh, he's got a
Oh,
plant.
he's already got a plant.
Better not be weed.
Now he's got some of that top shelf boof. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Oh, there you go.
Yes.
Bobblehead Groot.
All right, that was a lot of effort for
No,
that.
that didn't work.
All right, see you guys.
Get out!
What was that?
That'll be my last.